Unlike other forms of literature, where the beauty of the prose is of primary importance, where the conveyance of emotion and the stirring of the heart is often the chief goal, and where the use of allegory, metaphor, mystery, or conceptual ambiguity are often desirable characteristics. In academic writing, clarity is of the utmost importance. This is not to say that academic writing must necessarily be dull, dry, lifeless, and unimaginative. There is plenty of room for humor, wit, elegance of style, and suppleness of prose in philosophical writing. It is rather to say that clearly communicating one's ideas is the primary goal of an academic essay or paper, and as such, the aesthetic qualities of the writing should ultimately serve this goal. In philosophy, prioritizing clarity of style is of special importance. The writer of a philosophical essay or paper must make it very easy for the reader to identify 1. The claim that is being defended by the author, and 2. The reasons or arguments that have been put forth in support of the author's claim. Why is this important? Because the goal of a good philosophical essay is not to wax poetic, but rather to get closer to the truth of the matter at hand. As such, it is important that the reader is able to grasp the relevant concepts and the reasoning involved so that the author's ideas can be adequately evaluated. A philosophical essay or paper is nearly always a piece of persuasive writing, one in which the author is clearly expressing, explaining, and outlining the reasons for taking a particular position or claim to be true. The contention or proposition or claim that a philosophical paper is defending is referred to as its thesis. A thesis statement is thus a clear and concise expression of an essay's central claim or primary contention. It is, if you will, an explicit expression of some proposition or judgment that the author is attempting to provide rational justification for in her paper. It is therefore important that one always include a good thesis statement in the introductory paragraph or paragraphs of a philosophical essay. This is true whether one is writing a short philosophical reflection, a research paper, or a doctoral dissertation. A good thesis statement tells the reader what position or claim the author is going to explain and defend in her essay. In so doing, it also tells the reader what the goal or aim of the essay is. Namely, it tells the reader that the goal of the essay is to defend or provide reasons for believing the author's thesis. In some mediums, it may be good to leave the audience wondering what the artist's or author's thesis is. For example, after reading a novel by Dostoevsky or watching a film by Christopher Nolan, one may be left wondering what the overall message of the story is. In some cases, a great piece of literature or film may have multiple competing interpretations, and it can be both profoundly enjoyable, intellectually stimulating, and even spiritually enriching to think about, discuss, and debate the meaning of a great novel or film. In philosophy, however, it is not good for a reader to be left wondering what an author's thesis is. If the reader can't discern what the author's thesis is, she cannot decide whether or not she accepts it, and she certainly is in no position to critically evaluate the reasons or arguments that have been put forth to rationally support it, because it, that is, the author's thesis, has not been clearly communicated. Constructing a good thesis statement is thus of vital importance when it comes to writing philosophy. In future videos, I will teach you how to write a good thesis statement. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel if you wish to see more great philosophical content. And if you're feeling particularly generous, you might consider sharing this video on your favorite social media platform.